What's up and welcome to the Pamphlet. This is Nick Kelly on the Pamphlet. Yeah. Anyway, it's Kelly Digital Podcast. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, all the other ones, Spotify and iHeartRadio. Adam, what's going on?
Not too much. It's Friday night. It's kind of a rare thing for us.
Yeah. Normally we do this on Thursday, but we bumped it a day.
Yeah.
So we can get crazy.
Yeah. My schedule's been kind of crazy. It's going to continue to be, so it's kind of tough for me some days. So this works for me today. Friday is all right. Usually we'd be out at a strip club hanging out with our favorite DJ.
Yeah.
Isn't that
right, boys? No.
That guy who was the bomber was a DJ at a strip club. Just so happened to be right in your neighborhood. You probably have requested some songs from him.
I think I have. Yeah, he's spun some records at some of my favorite establishments. Old Cesar or Caesar or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of
see out of the windows in that van.
No, he couldn't. They can't be legal.
Dude, it was like on the driver's side window.
I don't know if he was driving anywhere. I think he had to just park somewhere living in it. Like they said he was living in his van.
I guess when he had an address, it was a Davie address, which is the same town I live in.
Yeah. Oh, you nuts live in the same town. You didn't see a Vela address out of that guy.
Oh, no. Dude, seriously, in the past year, we've had an airport get shot up, the school, and now this guy, all within like 15 minutes of me.
Dude, it's fucking Florida, bro.
Yeah. And I love the Florida people that were on Twitter today. Like, it's not Florida. It's just that we have sunshine laws, so everything comes out in the open. No, just in this little 15-minute radius, there's been like massive national news stories.
Yeah, there's like rarely any out of like this area.
Yeah, like anywhere.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have been hitting home runs, boy.
It's ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. I think possibly the funniest thing in the whole bomb situation was everybody rooting for their side to not be guilty.
Yeah.
And we lost this one. I guess he's ours.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because if you watch the news, it's like they're even blaming Trump, like he incited this. So they don't ever take, they didn't take any credit for whenever they shot up a baseball field of Republican congressmen, or if when they beat up a the same Republican congressman while he's mowing his lawn, or all the various things that they've done.
2 weeks ago, and like 10 Republicans got sent ricin in the mail. Yeah,
or whenever there was a guy, according to you, because it's never been on the news, so I trust you're valid, that was gonna blow up the Capitol on election day, and he was a left winger, but that didn't get any play on the news. And that guy actually had this guy sent out pipe bombs basically, but with no real way of detonating them. Yeah. I mean, really. I mean, it was a joke. I mean, it's not a joke; it's serious. But he's not a Ted Kaczynski genius, that's putting together an actual bomb. He's putting together something that would be explosive if you had a way of setting it off. It's not like these things were ever going to be opened and blow up.
No, they weren't really going to do a whole lot of death damage or anything like that, because he used plastic, which just like it won't hold the pressure long enough to really create a blast.
Yeah, it would just be like a pop, probably. If you had it in I think that's what a lot of people, if you're built something like that, these guys build pipe bombs. They build them out of a pipe, and then the pipe becomes like, it's highly pressurized, and the pipe, the shrapnel from it is what really probably kills everybody who opens it.
Yeah, and you don't put glass in there that will melt. You put ball bearings that will.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, Al Qaeda 101. That's the first day when you join ISIS, you learn these things. But I mean, he's obviously a crazy person. Do you see this guy?
Yeah.
He had the party in the back mullet.
Yeah, that dude was he had all kinds of parties in the back. I wonder what kind of parties in the back he had in that van.
Jeez, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a serial killer in that van.
Dude,
the white van.
Yeah, it's always a white van. But you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see in or out of that van. I think he even had windows on like the windshield or stickers on the windshield.
Yeah, how did he not get pulled over?
I have no. Apparently, the cops don't give a shit down there.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I think that was pretty evident in the Parkland case when that dude was like calling the cops on himself, like, "Hey, I think I'm going to do something awful. You guys might want to come get me." And they're like, "Nah, you're good.
Don't worry about it, bro. I'm on the beach right now, bro. I don't have time to come save anybody's life." Yeah, so, I mean, he said he's a Seminole Indian. They're not claiming him. They're saying he's not registered with them as an Indian, like a Native American. I don't know. It's probably not PC to call them Indians now, but I don't know. You don't know much about the guy. He's a crazy Trump supporter. He was a DJ at a strip club, and he didn't know how to make a bomb correctly, apparently. But
no,
he's what these people have to realize. I mean, he's nutty. But if you're really for one side or the other, whenever you do things like this, it just gives the other side so much support.
Yeah,
so it's so counterproductive for what you are saying you want. You're a Trump guy, you're a Republican, you're this or that. So, or if you're gonna blow up the Capitol and you have this bomb for the left wing, well, that's just gonna make Democrats look bad or Republicans look bad. It's stupid to do any of this stuff. You're all crazy. Right. Like that guy who shot up the baseball. I mean, he's a crazy guy.
Yeah, like I didn't blame Bernie Sanders for him being a psychopath. I don't think anybody else did. So on that same logic, you can't blame Trump for this guy because that's just not how it works.
Yeah.
It's not when Trump's guy does something, not Trump's guy, but when a guy who supports Trump does something, then it's automatically Trump's fault. But when it's a Bernie Sanders supporter, well, that's just because I think they blame that on Trump too. It's how it works. If they do it, it's Trump's fault. If we do it, it's Trump's fault.
Everything's Trump's fault.
Yeah. It's disappointing because the governor race down here is really close, and Gillum is I think he's like an admitted socialist for the most part. Like he's left of Bernie Sanders. And he's probably going to be our governor now. So thanks a lot, dickhead.
Yeah, really. He just backfired on you. So
that's the only thing that fired out of him. But his operation was so bad. I thought it had to be from the left. The fact that he sent out bombs that like couldn't detonate. So like nobody was really at risk. Made me think he didn't really want to harm anybody.
He just wanted to scare people.
Yeah. And the fact that it was so like the get her done sticker and the misspellings on the envelope, it's like this person is trying to look like what they would consider stereotypical Trump supporter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it turns out he lived up to their billing. So that's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that people get crazy. They don't get crazy. They have something crazy in them. It's kind of like our serial killers we talked about. They have something mentally wrong with them because no sane person would ever do this. No sane person would send ricin to anyone. No sane person would blow up those people in Texas with those bombs. No sane person would shoot up a baseball field. So they're kind of insane. And then they see all this news media coverage that just gets them all wound up all day long. And then and next thing you know, they're doing something insane. I mean, I'm not blaming anyone, but it's just, there's nut jobs out there and they're doing crazy things in the name of politics.
Yeah.
They're getting fired. But this guy threatened to blow up whatever power company you have because he had his electricity turned off. And
FP&L.
yeah, I think he tried to blow up FP&L at some point or threatened to. Not sure what kind of trouble he got in. Probably none.
Yeah,
sorry, bro. You just don't have air this month. No AC. In August, you can see why.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts. I think I would.
But I mean, these people just are wound up. They're wound a little too tight.
It's crazy, man. The temperature in this country, as far as and especially dealing with politics, is just it's amped up to 11 at this point.
Yeah, after the whole Kavanaugh thing, and then it's going to get worse. If Trump loses the House, it's going to get worse because it's just going to be impeachment talk it's going to be impeachment for like the rest of his term.
Oh yeah.
And then that's going to just drive a thing.
And it won't just be impeachment. They're going to try to impeach Trump. They'll try to impeach Kavanaugh. They will do investigations and everybody they could imagine. It's going to be the biggest waste of your money if you vote Democrat.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, I think that should, because really, I mean, you're going to impeach Trump for what?
Yeah, they have.
I mean, honestly, and I could see if there was evidence of anything. There's not, and it's like, can we just not waste everyone's time? Why don't we drag in all the baseball players on steroids again? Hate to say it, that's a huge waste of your money too.
It was.
I mean, what does that have to do with the government? Let the MLB handle their shit. They're going to bring in a bunch of baseball players to testify about their steroid use.
Yeah, I think they made the argument because betting takes place on baseball that it involved tax dollars in one way or another.
Oh, it's so silly.
Come the fuck on.
Yeah, exactly.
Those bets are going to be there whether they're juiced or not.
Yeah. And I mean, that saved baseball.
It did.
After the strike, baseball was like in the tubes. Steroids saved baseball. It's the truth. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but the home run, like the Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa home run contest that was going on in the major leagues, that saved baseball.
And here's the thing. I don't care if their hearts blow up. I really don't. That's like with these football players, like, oh, CTE, the NFL's not protecting us. Look, everybody knows if you play football, you have a chance of scrambling your brains. Now, you get paid handsomely for it. You know the risk. It's not the NFL's responsibility to tell you that you shouldn't do this. So, you know the risk. You do it. Great. You're going to get paid for it. You don't see no boxers bitching about CTE, and you know they get it.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, yeah, sure, NFL guys do, and they do. But, I mean, combat sports have to get it at a much higher rate. You'll see the guys fighting, especially in mixed martial arts, you can see they're already, some of them that are really young doing really crazy things, like that guy who tried to kill his girlfriend and like beat her up really bad. She's like, he had some crazy name, I can't remember it, but like she was like a porn star and he like beat her, like her face looked like someone beat her with a pipe. So I mean, they're crazy.
A metal pipe, not a PVC one, as we saw.
Yeah, that would just leave welts.
Yeah.
Which would hurt too.
Yeah, PVC, that's a painful little thing.
I mean, as long as it's you know, not that flimsy stuff. You don't want the French drain pipe.
Yeah.
That black corrugated pipe.
That's like one of those pool toys that you float on.
Yeah.
So speaking of the porn stars, the porn lawyer Michael Avenatti and his client, what was her name, Julie Swetnick?
Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna have some criminal charges brought up on their ass.
Yeah, he's having a bad week. He lost the lawsuit against a former partner was suing him and he lost. And he has to pay the guy, like, I don't know if it was $5 million or $10 million. He lost the judgments. Then he hasn't paid rent at where his law firm currently is for 4 months. He got evicted, and then Grassley sends this stuff to I don't know who he sent to. Is it who's investigating?
DOJ.
The DOJ. So the DOJ is investigating him and one of the women who made these claims against Kavanaugh, which were obviously made up.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I think that's a good thing because if you're gonna come with something against somebody, you gotta have evidence. That's just how this country works.
Yeah, so, you can't smear somebody just because you don't want them to get a job.
Exactly.
Which, I love Planned Parenthood, who tweeted out, "We still believe Julie Swetnick." Oh,
what?
Do you? Yeah.
They just recently did that?
Yesterday.
Wow.
Apparently, they'll believe anything if the politics ain't right.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe they would do that. Aren't they federally funded, like, in a big way?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get like $500 million a year from out of taxpayer dollars.
Wow. I mean, I guess they're not worried about losing that because they have the president there who will take it away.
Right. Well, if they lose if the Republicans lose the House, which they most likely will, they definitely don't have to worry about it. Some good news in the election, though, is it looks like the Republicans won't just hold the Senate, but they'll actually pick up seats.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think they're thinking the Republicans will have 53 to as many as like 56 seats, which would be awesome. Now you're getting really close to that super majority then. So hell yeah.
That's good. Now in your mind, is there any way the Republicans hold on to the House?
I don't think so. I just
don't think it's gonna happen.
No. It's very common for the president party to lose big in the midterms.
Yeah, I know. It's like almost like an automatic.
Well, you get the party that lost that is energized to go out and make a change.
Yeah.
And then you also, then you get complacency from the party that won. And you also get a little bit of buyer's remorse in there. Although I think with this president, it's gotten to the point where the line's been drawn, you're either with them or you're against them.
Yeah, that's true.
The swing voter is so small at this point.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like you either like the guy or hate him. There's no middle.
Right.
Like sometimes you'll have a president, you'll say, I don't mind him really. I mean, he's not the guy I voted for, but it's like he's not doing anything that's really hurting me. Right. It's hard for me to look at what Trump has done and think that anyone in this country who actually looks at some of the things and would say, he's really hurting me. I know that they think he's oppressing them, but when you look at the facts, I mean, you're getting a tax break. He's talking about another tax cut. You know what I mean? And the jobs numbers are good. And unemployment's down. I don't know. What has he really done from his agenda standpoint that's really hurt people? I mean, he talks about borders. He's tweeting me things. He's talking about border security, but in reality, what citizen in this country really doesn't want to have? Do you really want to have all these people from Guatemala marching over an open border?
Well, if you listen to John Kasich, yes, God wants us to let them in.
Oh, I thought John Kasich was smarter than this. I think he just hates Trump because Trump made fun of the way he eats, and he'll support anything against him.
Yeah, he had a little statement yesterday that was just really just despicable. He's like, yeah, of course these people are coming up. They need jobs and they're poverty, and we need to let them in. God wants us to let them in. Well, if that was the case, if that's all they wanted, then they should have left their Honduran flag back in Honduras. And, there's also legal ways to ask for asylum, to immigrate, to, all that stuff. You don't invade a border.
Well, Trump made a good point. like he talked about today or yesterday, and he said he was at a rally. Yeah, that's one thing about the elections. He's been rallying and having huge crowds for these.
Yeah.
So that may help.
Beautiful Ted.
Beautiful Ted. Not lying Ted anymore. He's beautiful Ted.
He's beautiful Ted.
But where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
The caravan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So basically he said, there are people in this country who have come here in the right way and they've gone through the process, and some people it takes them up to 10 years to become a citizen. How is it fair to those people who are going through the process? They're working hard, they're becoming citizens the right way. And then you're just going to have like 10,000 people show up and be like, oh, yeah, you're citizens now. Congratulations. And these people have been going through all this effort and because they want to be here, not for a political reason. They want to be here because they want a better life. They don't want to be here just to get on our unemployment roll.
I got into a Twitter spat, which I just need to get off that stupid site. But
yeah, I don't never go on there.
I'm only on it for this. If it wasn't for this, I would not go on Twitter. But
or Facebook.
Yeah, the only thing I'd go on is Instagram to look at memes.
That's it. That's pretty much the only thing I'd do at this point.
But there was this one guy that was like, oh yeah, we should let him in. There are no, he uses the great line. There are no illegal people. Which there are. They're called criminals. We have a lot of.
Well, we have a law though. We have laws that say you can't come here without doing it the right way. That makes you illegal.
Exactly, and that was my point. He was telling someone on Twitter that about how their parents came here legally. He's like, well, your parents were immigrants. And the person was like, yeah, they were, legal immigrants. Well, what's the difference? So I chimed in, the difference is they followed the law. These people are not. Pretty big difference.
It's very simple, actually.
Yeah. He's like, well, it's a dumb law. I go, well, you still have to follow dumb laws. If you don't like it, get it changed the right way.
Yeah, but what's dumb about it?
Well,
not that you'd argued that point, but what is dumb about people going to any country in this world and doing it based off of their laws so you can become a citizen?
Yeah.
Instead of just being off the books, running around in someone's country, doing whatever the hell you want, without, you're not following the laws. I mean, that's how every country is. Sorry, it's not the United States.
Yeah.
You can't show up anywhere and be a citizen immediately.
And a lot more countries are a lot more cruel about their immigration process, or cruel in their eyes.
Yeah.
You try breaking into Mexico. That don't fly.
No, if you cross the Rio Grande going to Mexico, I think it's 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
If you go do it illegally. Now, I mean, I don't know what they're doing. They're not putting up any fight for this against these people. They're just letting them. There's trucks. They're just like sitting on low boys, and they're just driving them to our border.
It's not our problem. They said they're cutting through and going to America. So why would we stop them?
Yeah,
they'll be gone in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Damn it, if we would have had this fucking wall, Nick.
Yeah.
Trump called it. We need a wall. The wall's not built yet because no one will give him money for it. This is bullshit. Wall.
Yeah. Get that damn wall built.
Build a wall.
But I love how, Democrats will argue for changing this law and saying you don't have to follow that law because it's a bad law. And then in the next breath, they'll be like, well, you can't put this guy on the Supreme Court because Roe v. Wade is settled law.
Yeah.
So, you want to change laws of the lands can be changed, but that's settled law. So you can't argue for settled laws, and laws can be changed at the same time.
But it's not the law I like. It's not the law I like, so I want to get rid of it. That's how they think.
It's not Bernie Sanders' rhetoric that inspired a terrorist act, but it's Trump's.
Yeah, well, they pick and choose. They pick and choose everything.
So aggravating. I can't stand it. There is no consistency on the left. They just
No.
every conversation, they hold the goalpost.
Yeah.
When you're talking to them, they could just walk back and forth, and it just moves.
Yeah. Good
And
luck
there's no
making
consistency.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what they're doing to Boswell. They must be moving that goalpost when he kicks because that son of a bitch can't hit nothing. I don't know if he's.
The bye week was good for him, hopefully. Well, he didn't miss any extra points.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I think, or he at one point, I think he was less than 70% on extra points.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad. Like, I feel like most high school kickers could be 70% on extra points. What is that? Like a 28-yard field goal or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it's like manageable for
the crazy part is he was so fucking good.
Dude,
like that was guaranteed. He went on the field to get 3 points.
I think he was a Pro Bowler last year. Wasn't
he?
Maybe not. But he had one of the highest percentages in the league. He was automatic, and he kicks on a terrible field. And what's bad is the best part of the year to kick on it, he's kicking terrible. Wait till that field actually gets bad. It's got because the Heinz Field gets straight garbage. It's like it's basically a sandbox painted green in the winter.
I love the fact that they don't go to turf though.
Yeah, well,
I'm very happy.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of colleges go to turf, and that's fine. I mean, they have this that field turf, and it's fine. I was surprised Notre Dame went to it, if you want to be honest with you, because they always had like a grass field.
Yeah.
Places I like Ohio State is turf, West Virginia's turf. Well, Pitt plays at Heinz Field. They're not, but Penn State will never go to because they have like one of the best turf management programs in the country. Like it's
well, they're huge on agriculture altogether.
Yeah, so I would never imagine them going, but it seems like a lot of programs go to it. I don't know, but you're in the AFC North, play in the dirt, play in the mud, play frozen tundra in the winter.
I hear you. But yeah, like it kind of disappoints me that they have heaters under the field,
like at Lambeau.
Yeah, no, I mean they literally do. They do have heaters under the field. It's like fuck that, just play in it.
Yeah, but ever since the Ice Bowl, they set the field, and they actually had heaters then, and it was like they got fucked up, didn't work. It was so cold, even the heaters didn't work, and the field was literally like a big sheet of ice. It was like playing football on an ice rink.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that. Like I watched some video. It was like in the life of they did those NFL things. And it was Lombardi or somebody, and they showed those guys, and they looked like they were literally trying. You know how you take real short steps so you don't fall over. That's what the whole game was like. That would hurt like a motherfucker to be falling.
Oh yeah. Dude, I remember one time. It wasn't ice, but it was. But a frozen surface is as hard as like a basketball court.
Yeah.
And one time when I was a freshman, we were practicing on the basketball court because it was storming outside. So we didn't have pants on. We had pants. Yeah.
Oh, what kind of sport were you playing?
We had our wienas flying around. So we didn't have our football pants on, and we had sneakers on. But we had our shoulder pads and helmet, and we were, running through plays. Ryan Giacchini was a beast.
Yeah.
He was our fullback. And I just remember he lined me up. He was running the ball, and I was like, oh, here we go. And he lit me up, and I flew onto that court and hit my elbow. It was the worst pain I've ever had. I felt pain just shoot out of my fingers from my elbow.
Ryan taking a little too serious in your walkthrough.
He only had one speed. He was just gonna hit you. Big meanie.
Yeah. Well, Yeah, he's the head coach now, and they got a couple W's this year. I think they won last week. There's a game tonight, but it is freezing cold here and raining, and I wasn't. It was senior night. I wasn't going though. Yeah, so
I should have had it on TV. We could have kept an eye on it.
I was gonna say I have the local cable company, so I can watch all their games. Yeah. I watch some of them. I record them, and then I'll just go through, and then I'll watch the basketball my nephew plays. So if I can't make it to a game, I'll watch. Yeah. I'll record it. It's like
they put it on Facebook Live too. So you just watch the Facebook Live videos on like a smart device on your TV. You're golden.
Yeah, I mean, wonder what their like TV deal is. It's got to be huge, multi-millions. I would say it compares to like a Yankee deal or maybe like the Texas Longhorn deal. 100
well, million. I noticed they have like 6 different uniforms now.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot. They're like the Oregon.
Yeah. I watched 3 games, and like every time I had to figure out which team was Avella.
Yeah. Well, I went to homecoming, and they were all gold, and I was like, "Wow, all gold, huh?" That's. And then they have blue, and they have everything. Yeah.
I like the gold jerseys. I don't know. They look with gold pants. So.
They look good. It looks good. I don't know if you watched the homecoming. I actually watched it live.
Yeah.
I got tickets to that one.
Oh, somehow. Did you?
Yeah, that was a hot ticket that week.
What were you in the nosebleeds?
Kind of was actually, because Peyton used my car for the parade. She was on the homecoming court. My niece, for people who don't know what we're talking about, and you like park up top. You know, yeah. We parked up next to the grandstand, so it's actually like the best view.
Yeah,
you can just hang out by your car, you know, like get a blanket or a chair,
drink a couple brewskis.
Yeah, Pap went. It was fun.
Pass that Mary Jane around with Pap.
Yeah, actually, well, they've been getting. It seems like they get a pretty good crowd for games. I mean,
yeah,
it's too bad. It's tough because small school, not a lot of kids to participate in all the sports. Like my nephew plays golf, but there's not even a golf team. He goes to a local high school and plays for another team.
Yeah.
And, you know, they only have a couple sports. It's hard to have enough kids to participate. So, but I don't know. There's some schools around here that are really growing. Like South.
Oh, really?
I mean, they were single A whenever we were in high school. Now they're like quad A. They're huge.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Wow. They're like one of the best districts in the country. Like academic wise, they like build a whole new like campus. So some people are growing. Not here though.
Not Avella.
Not Avella.
We're growing something down here in Davie, but I don't know what it is.
You're growing a bunch of nut
bunch of domestic terrorists.
Yeah, I mean that's it's crazy. It seems like every time one of these nutty stories come up, they're in Florida.
Yeah. And it's just funny because they just seem to get closer and closer to me.
Yeah.
So if I'm not here next week, I probably died in some kind of like mass something.
Domestic terrorism thing.
Yeah. So yeah, if that happens, it's been real. So you watch anything good lately?
Well, you turned me on to a show. I think it's called A Haunting of Hill House. Is that what it is?
The Haunted Hill House.
Haunted Hill House. So I started watching that. I'm through 5 episodes, 6 episodes, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm almost
not even around 5.
Yeah, it does. It's a good show though. I mean, it's a good show to watch. Like if you're looking for something to watch this week, spooky a little bit for Halloween, because it's only I think 10 episodes.
Right.
So you can
every episode's good. Every episode's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things about it. I have some things I definitely needed to watch, like Making a Murder Part 2. So I'll definitely be watching that soon. I have 13 Reasons Why ready to go. So don't worry, it'll be done soon.
I just want to complain about it. There's just so much about it. I want to just go off.
Yeah, but it should be. I'm curious about the Making a Murder because that was like, I mean, I loved watching the first one.
I didn't even watch the first one.
Oh, you should, with all those terrible haircuts.
Yeah.
I think the barber in that town committed the murder because he's been murdering everyone's haircut. They all look like pumpkin pie haircut freaks.
That's awesome. That's a good hometown.
Yeah.
I watched interview of the serial killer last night with the Green River Killer.
Oh, how was that?
It was interesting.
Yeah. That's a guy.
Kind of downplayed him a little bit though. Like you definitely made him sound way more menacing.
Yeah. Well, he was relatively low intelligence kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like in the 80s IQ, but I mean, he had to have been a little bit smart considering he killed like probably over 90 people and didn't get caught, and only got caught because like years later. It wasn't like they got him right after he had all these mass spree kill or something. So he's not like a big name guy. I mean, people know him if you know serial killer stuff, but he's not like a big name serial killer, but he's got like the numbers of bigger than everybody. Yeah. Guy hated prostitutes.
Yeah, did not like him.
In the documentary, they talk about like how he pissed the bed all the time when he was a kid, like until he was like in his teens, and his mom would literally wash his dick off with every day, basically.
No, they didn't mention that.
I mean, that probably has some.
Just like they asked him, like, so were you abused? He's like, yeah, there was some abuse, and like he just kind of left it at that.
Yeah,
he didn't really want to talk about anything that. He didn't want to talk about the 2 murders he committed in his hometown because the murders were of children.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so he doesn't like talking about that. He gets pissed if you bring that up.
Yeah, BTK is kind of the same. Like, whenever there's a couple murders he doesn't like to talk about. Like, he flubbed one once, and like he was hiding in someone's house, had it all stocked out, but the woman showed up with her brother. And he shot the brother 2 times in the head, and the guy got away. I think he ended up killing her, but like it was like a complete disaster. Like the guy got up and ran away after being shot. Like he thought he was dead on the floor. He got up, ran away, and survived. And he didn't like talking about that. And a lot of those guys, if they're not really like, if say he killed a bunch of like adult women, and then he killed some really young ones too. Like Ted Bundy was like that. Like he killed some real young ones. He didn't like talking about that, like because even serial killers don't like to admit they're pedophiles, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't. They'll brag about killing.
Look here, buddy. I might be a serial killer, but I am not a pedophile.
Yeah, those things I did to girls making me a pedophile, I even frown on that.
Yeah. Look, I have a moral compass. It's just a lot lower than yours.
Yeah, but they still did it.
Yeah.
Like the Green River Killer, like killing like young girls or whatever. But yeah, serial killers, it's a scary thing. And I know we talked about it a lot in the show Tuesday.
And if you haven't heard it, you should definitely go back and listen to it. It's recorded on Tuesday, Master Debates. It's all part of the Kelly Digital podcast.
Yeah. We did a top 10 serial killers, and there was 20 of them because we do 10 each, and they're all crazy. I mean, that's just, if you're a serial killer, you're nuts.
Yeah. So you're not a good guy. Kind of like if you're sending bombs to people.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like that guy, like if he wasn't sending bombs, he's probably killing people.
Yeah.
On the streets of Florida. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I was just gonna say that whole bombing thing, though. It just, that guy's nuts.
Yeah, he's not a good bomb maker either.
No, I'm glad he didn't hurt anybody. Yeah, I don't like any of the people he sent them to, but I'm glad he didn't hurt anybody. Like I don't care what those people say. I don't want anybody to get a pipe bomb blown up in their hands, because you know what's gonna happen too. You send it's gonna be some. If you actually had a bomb that was operating, it's gonna go to some like male guy who's
some
making minimum wage.
Be there.
Yeah, he's working at CNN picking up the mail and it gets blown up. It's not going to be John Brennan.
Walking back with the pack. Well, it's definitely not going to be John Brennan because he works at MSNBC. But
yeah, he sent it to CNN for John Brennan, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Just be some male guy just walking back. Oh, this fucking place! I just wish it would blow up. And all of a sudden, the package goes.
Yeah,
that's who's gonna die.
Yeah, that's who's gonna be injured or maimed or killed. It's gonna be some poor son of a bitch who's just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be the target. So but I wouldn't want him to blow up anyway.
No. So I watched a horror movie a couple weeks back. I mentioned it on I mentioned it on last week's Master Debate, but we didn't do this show last week. I was gonna give a little bit of a review on it.
Yeah, what was that one called? Heretic?
Hereditary.
Oh, okay, I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it started with an H. I don't even know if heretic's a word. I just made that up.
Heretic is somebody who's an enemy against the church. Like I think you're bearing false witness.
Yeah, there you go.
So Hereditary it's been billed as like the scariest movie since The Exorcist and stuff. And I've seen scarier. I'll be honest, The Haunted Hill House is a lot scarier than Hereditary. Hereditary is a real creepy movie, very good movie. I mean, it might even be, talked about in Oscar conversations because it's like a very quality movie.
Really? Who's in it?
What is that woman's name?
Like people you know or just randos?
I've seen the woman before, but that's about it. Just the woman. Very, very good, very creepy. There's the build is like the majority of the movie, you're just thinking it's kind of a creepy movie. Not scary, but creepy. And then like that third act just goes fucking nuts.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So it's worth watching.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, what did you didn't see it on Netflix? You actually rented that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was on it's available on like Apple, so I rented it off that, but you could probably rent it off like Amazon Prime or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the kids are doing nowadays. Toni Collette is the main character.
Don't even know who that is. Would I know her to see her?
Probably. Let's see what else she's been in. She was in Little Miss Sunshine. She was the mom.
Can't remember that movie. I've watched it though.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a weird movie too.
It is, but
it's an odd movie.
It's odd, but it's funnier every time you watch it.
Yeah. Did you watch? Well, I mean, I guess like you're in the horror mood, but like lately, I haven't watched much TV. Haunted Hill House about all I've watched. The World Series is on. I haven't watched a second of it.
No, me either.
It's in Boston and Los Angeles.
I haven't watched
the Dodgers.
Second of the MLB playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I know they won last year, but Houston, it's just weird they're in the American League.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Like, kind of. I hate to, I'm not apparently a baseball fan at all anymore, but I probably didn't even know that until last year they were in the World Series. I'm like, when did they become an American League team? Is this like a recent thing?
When did they?
They used to be them and the Pirates in Kansas City were the three worst teams, and Pirates and Houston were in the National League.
Does it when Milwaukee switched over? Because Milwaukee used to be an American League team.
That's true, but they've been over for a while, so I'm like way behind.
Yeah.
I'm a fool. But I mean, when you look at their two rosters of the Dodgers and Boston, they probably both spent about $250 million on this year's roster.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Pirates, and they spent $250 million on their roster in the last 30 years. I mean, you're not going to compete real well with that.
No, that yeah, that's a lot of, that's a big disparity, or a big gap in between what the Pirates spend and what good teams spend.
That's the problem I have with baseball. And I mean, it's because I'm a Pirates fan. If I was a Red Sox or Yankees fan or Dodgers fan, I'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to win every year. But it's hard for me to really get into a sport that's not even close to being fair. Like, you're playing basically minor league teams against teams that are all-star teams.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, the Dodgers and Boston have spent their like starting lineup probably makes, 15 or $20 million each a year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The answer is 2013. The Astros switched over.
Oh, okay. So I guess it was
a
little while, 5 years.
Half a decade.
2013. Can't even remember what was going on that year. It doesn't seem like it should have been that long ago, though.
No, I know I was down here by then.
Yeah. You probably were.
Yeah. Which does not seem. Yeah. Time goes by fast when you get old like us.
Yeah, you got married right at the beginning of 2015, right?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. That's good. Congratulations on that. In case I didn't tell you before. Oh shit. Yeah, I haven't watched any World Series. Steelers didn't play last week, so I didn't have really. I watched a little bit of NFL, but I didn't really watch much because
Notre Dame was off last week too.
So was West Virginia. They played Thursday. They played last night though. They don't play tomorrow. They were off last Saturday and they played Thursday night against Baylor. So
they win.
It was. They scored 41 points, 41-0 to start the game, and then
that's right. I saw that tweet.
And then I think they won like 55-14, but and then the Penguins played last night and they won 9-1.
Yeah, they had Boswell kicking field goals in there.
Yeah, but I mean that's crazy. That's a crazy hockey score.
Yeah. Well, goals are up this year. They're the highest they've been since 1995, I believe.
Did they do something with goalie pads or something?
Yeah, what they did last year, they shrank the chest protector.
Okay.
This year they shrank the goalie pants.
Yeah, next year they're only gonna be allowed to wear like a wife beater and like golf shorts in the goal. They'll be giving up lots of goals.
Yeah.
Well, everyone wants to go to that whole NBA formula, which I'm not sure why. Like the NFL's doing it. You can't touch a receiver without getting a penalty. Yeah. Can't touch quarterback. The NBA, they have that run and gun. It's just like no defense. They dunk it or they shoot like bomb threes. And NHL is shrinking the pads, trying to get scoring, make it more exciting, which to me is good for very casual fans. It's not good for diehard fans. Yeah. Diehard fans don't want to see the Steelers play and win 45-43. They want to see hard-nosed football, like defense.
Yeah. Now, the NHL did get to the point where they tried to hold on to the tradition a little too much, and they let the defense take over. Like, they kind of went the opposite direction. They let a lot of clutching and grabbing and interference in the neutral zone and stuff like that, to where the game really slowed down, and they're trying to peel that back a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I could see the point. Like my dad always talks about Mario Lemieux. He's like, man, Mario Lemieux, he's amazing. If he didn't have guys hanging all over him, he was still amazing. But if he didn't have guys like hanging all over him, like he would have been like unbelievable. And it's true.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, things evolve. I mean, I think in NHL it's good to have a little bit more offense. I don't think games should be like 10-11.
Right.
No,
I agree, but like trying to get the scoring back to on pace where it was with when Gretzky and Lemieux were in the league.
Yeah.
I think that's a good goal to get to.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to challenge the record books if you don't evolve the game.
I don't think you'll ever challenge them anyway.
You might not. I mean,
Gretzky's numbers are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They really are. Like, it's insane to think that someone actually ever did that. I know that they were like stand-up goalies for the most part, but you didn't see anyone else in that era doing that.
No.
That guy was really something.
Yeah.
He really was.
Yeah. If you think about how lucky we are, the athletes we've seen in our lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Jordan, Gretzky, Lemieux. I mean, and then the quarterbacks just in football. Yeah. I mean, Elway, Montana, Rice. I mean, just Steve
Brady.
Young.
Not that I enjoy watching Brady, but Brady,
Yeah, Brady. Steve Young and Joe Montana were on the same fucking team for like 6 years at least, and they're probably two of the best quarterbacks of all time. And one was a backup. And, one had to be a backup. It's crazy. That's crazy. So, I mean, there's been some really good. I mean, it's great to see. That's why the people love sports, because these guys do such amazing things.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, I'll give Tom Brady a lot of credit, but you have to give Bill Belichick a lot of credit.
Yeah,
because I mean, Belichick can figure out another team's defense so well that. I mean, that Castle came in one year and threw for like huge numbers, and it wasn't Tom Brady. You know what
Jimmy
I mean?
Garoppolo came in, and he managed to work himself into a situation where he just signed like the most lucrative deal in NFL history.
Yeah, which he seems like he's good, but he's hurt. He blew out his knee.
Yeah.
So it's a tough injury to come back from when you're a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're stepping into throws. Like, remember when it happened to Brady, it happened to Palmer, Carson Palmer, Kimo von Olhoffen rolled up onto him. And, I mean, could you imagine your plant having to stick that plant foot out there after someone's broke your leg in half? Oof.
It'd be nerve-wracking.
It would be. So, well, we'll see. I mean, Steelers play the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna be Lev Bell's still not back.
This will be Baker's first test at the Steelers.
Yeah.
This will be his introduction to Pittsburgh.
I was gonna say the one thing that bothered. I mean, we've always had good defenses until recently. And I know Dick LeBeau's style of defense kind of went. I guess people weren't in love with that zone blitzing anymore. But rookie quarterbacks playing against us never did well. We always beat rookie quarterbacks. They didn't even have a chance when Dick LeBeau was there. Now it's kind of like, Baker Mayfield could possibly still beat us. He never would have before. Because we would confuse a rookie quarterback so much with our complicated stunts and our different zone blitzes. You have defensive linemen dropping into short coverage, It's like, now, I'm not sure. I think everybody could beat us. Mahomes, threw 5,000 yards against us.
I know he's not a rookie, but I mean, it's first year playing.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty wild what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's impressive. And honestly, I kind of like Andy Reid. I feel like he's had isn't he still
yeah.
I mean, he's had some pretty rough his personal years, and he always had those teams with Donovan McNabb and could never win a Super Bowl.
Right.
He's kind of beat around the league, and I'm not saying I'm rooting for him, but I'm saying eventually a guy who's worked that much has got to break through, right? Unless your name's Marvin Lewis
or Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah, Marty Schottenheimer. It's wrong what they did to him in San Diego. I'll be honest with you. I'm totally against that. I mean, 14-2, and the guy gets fired.
Yeah.
I mean, that's terrible. What's bad about Marty? He has Alzheimer's real bad. Doesn't can't he's totally can't remember. Yeah, he does. It's really sad, really. Because it wasn't that long ago he was playing, and then I think he went on CBS or something for NFL Today,
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a shame. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Lev Bell. He's not back yet, though.
Yeah, I don't even care at this point. I've gotten to the point with him. It's like, whatever. Yeah. James Conner is filling in quite nicely.
Yeah.
I know you're not a big Conner fan. I have my doubts about him, but
I mean, he's fine. I'm fine with saving the money and putting that money on defense and using having Conner as the running back. He's not worth top running back money.
Yeah,
but he is a very adequate. Yeah, you can run your offense and use him, and he could be productive. I just wish that we would have gotten rid of Bell before the season and spent $16 million on defense.
Yeah, would have been nice.
They were talking about Patrick Peterson trying to get a trade, and they were talking about the Steelers getting him, but I guess he's not asking for the trade or won't
he
allowing
changed
it.
his mind the next day.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what got into him. He must have got into a fight at work.
Yeah. These big baby millennials. I want traded now.
Well, their team is awful.
It is.
It is so bad.
Well, we should go ahead and knock off.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do like a little quick show here, but yeah. Touch base with everybody. I ran into Jim Gatewood today, and he said I just got done listening to you guys because he's like me. I need something to listen to, so that was funny. Running into people who are actually listening to the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's us.
Yeah. It's not just our moms and us.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so hopefully, what are we doing this week for the Tuesday show?
I don't know. We got to let's see. It's another Halloween.
Yeah.
I was thinking Most Haunted Places would be a good one, or Hollywood Murders would be a good one.
Hollywood Murders would be good.
Yeah.
Is there enough?
I think there are. You could always, if we have 6, just do what we did with the Urban Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hollywood Murders would be interesting because you got some pretty gruesome stuff there.
Yeah.
And then Haunted Places, I think that would require a lot of research.
Yeah.
A lot of work that,
Maybe after last week. We need an easy one.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of other good Halloween topics, really. I can't, off the top of my head. We'll have to think about this over the weekend, but
yeah, because I mean, we are on number 5, so it does make it a little harder.
Yeah, we're running out of. We're not that smart. We're not that original either.
No.
There is a lot of creepy shit on the internet.
Yeah.
There is, like me and you. I know you love those stories people read.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I kind of got onto Reddit. Like I don't really like Reddit. It's ultra left wing. Like, well, not the it just seems like most of the people who are on there are bitching about politics and from the left side. But there's like creepy pasta, I think it's called, where people write stories, scary stories, or they share scary things, and like you could read it. It's like short stories. So that's kind of where and then a lot of those get read on YouTube. If you don't want to read them, you just want to listen to them. So
they read them in a good creepy voice, put some creepy music behind it.
Yeah, exactly. There's some fun ones though.
Yeah.
Like one thing that people should check out is there was like all this shit about the deep web, which I went down that rabbit hole like so hard. And this is probably like a year and a half ago, because I told you about it. And there's a story where this guy, because on the dark web or deep web, apparently you're able to buy drugs or buy guns or hire hitmen. Well, this guy who hated his life hired someone to kill him, like hired a hitman on him. But then instead of him just letting the guy kill him, he like armed himself and like was like a cat and mouse, played a cat and mouse game with his boring life with a hitman. And it's I think at least the part 1 is very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was cool.
Yeah, I think it's called, what's that called? It was like when I had something about hiring a hitman on myself. If you Google it, you'll find it, because it's pretty popular apparently. But there's some other creepy shit on there. But yeah, so if you want to get creeped out,
I like I listened right after we did horror movies, and I mentioned The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I did I listened to the actual exorcism, not the whole audio, because it's horrible. I sent it to you and Quaid.
Yeah, I didn't
freak out Quaid.
How long is it?
I think it's like 10, 15 minutes. It's not the whole it's just like an audio clip from it.
Yeah.
Whew.
Creepy.
That shit'll that'll send shivers down your spine.
Well, you were like bombarding Quaid with scary shit. He refuses he's like afraid of, like he gets scared pretty easily, obviously, which is fun kind of for us, especially this month.
I can't believe he agreed to do it as easily as he gets scared.
Yeah. That the other day, or what show was it? It wasn't this week. It was the week
The
before.
Urban Legends one.
Yeah, and he was hearing things outside. He was freaking out during the show. I don't even think we have it on YouTube because I think that one was a YouTube show, but it was so funny.
Yeah.
Like panicking. It's like you could see it. It was genuine panic on his face. We're not that good as storytellers
He's
either.
like, whoa, guys, no, hold up. Hold up. I just heard a dog. I just heard a dog bark. Dude, there's no stray dogs around my house, man. I just
dude, it's so funny. That and the Point Break stuff. That's like the two funniest things about that show. With Quaid, basically. That should be called Fucking with Quaid on Tuesday nights.
That's the subtitle of it from now on.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, other than that,
take a piss break. It's just slaughtering.
When we do have some long shows, he's taking multiple piss breaks at this point. When we first started, it was like me and you would look at each other like, "What the hell is he doing?" Like he would just get up, like, "I'll be right back," right in the middle of us arguing for something.
Yeah, this is an hour. It was an hour. It was set up to be an hour-long show. That was it.
I know.
He couldn't hold his little pee bladder for an hour.
Yeah, now they're like 2.5.
Yeah.
Well, that serial killer show, it kind of had to be if you want to go into detail about God. These people have done such horrific things, but it's entertaining, in my opinion. It was entertaining, but that's because I'm obviously a narcissist and I like to listen to myself talk.
Oh shit!
But yeah, so I have some creepy shit DVR'd and I have Hill House, but will I get to it? I don't know. Probably I'll watch the Hill House, but the other stuff it'll probably be like December by the time I catch up on my DVR.
I gotta say the Hill House was, as far as scare and quality, possibly, if I were to put it in my horror movie section, because it kind of belongs there, even though it's a show.
Yeah.
I would put that top 3.
Yeah, like creepy shows, probably the creepiest show of all time.
Yeah, it's the scares are fantastic. The story is very well developed.
Yeah, no.
And
the Nell episode, I think it's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but good luck. Good luck for you people.
There's one scare in the first 3 episodes. I'm not going to say which episode or anything about it, but a ghost shows up. Yeah, almost. A ghost shows up in a room. There's just something about the way they shot it or the coloring. Like that is just, I don't know. I felt my entire body like tingle.
Yeah, you had a fear boner.
Which yeah, exactly. I just started going to town like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die soon, so I got to get this out.
You got to get rid of this.
You know what scare I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. You know what? I hate to continue this show any longer because we've been talking about whatever, and you're trying to get off, and we probably should, but we never talked about Megyn Kelly.
Oh shit, that's the one thing. Forget.
And I mean, I know we kind of turned this into sports and just bullshitting show, but really, Megyn Kelly was a big news story this week because she basically she works. Was it Today's Show with Megyn Kelly? I don't watch it. I don't know. It's probably awful, but
yeah, you or nobody else.
Yeah, she got fired for something she said on the show. It was apparently racist. If you have the clip,
see if you could spot the racism.
On the Real Housewives of New York with Luann, as she dresses Diana Ross, and she made her skin look darker than it really is, and people said that was racist. And I don't know, I felt like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how like that got racist on Halloween. It's not like she's walking around.
All right, she says a little more a little later on. So here's that.
But what is racist? Because truly, you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface for Halloween, or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Like back when I was a kid, that was okay as long as you were dressing up as like a character.
And that,
yeah. So it's never good to come out to defend blackface.
I don't think that's
But that's
when
not
your
blackface.
ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when your ratings are terrible and
Right.
they owe you $70 million if they
Well,
can
she's getting that 70 mil.
Oh, she's fighting for it. I don't know if she's gonna get it.
Oh, she'll get it.
I mean, it
Her
had to have been
contract's airtight.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna leave Fox News where you're getting buku bucks to go on a show that no one's gonna watch you on, you better get paid because I don't even think she's a likable person. I don't.
I never had an issue with her.
First off, she spells her name like Magi.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate that already.
That annoys me. It does.
No offense to anyone who spells her name Megyen or whatever the hell it is.
She's 47 and she looks amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know she's 47. Yeah, she looks pretty good for 47. I will say that. But she does have professional hair and makeup people doing her every day. So, but she does look good. I'll give her that.
Right.
Is she a good host of anything? Probably not. But
I don't know. When she was doing the Kelly File on Fox, she wasn't bad. She's a good interviewer.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, I don't think she got fired for racism. I think they just are trying to get rid of her.
Yes. Because it's not like she came out and said, oh, there's nothing wrong with blackface. She's saying, oh, I don't see a problem with if you're going to dress up as something on Halloween. If you're
like Diane, a specific person. Yeah.
Yeah. And I even, when we did our, costumes episode, talked about how we went as crisscross. And at the time, I had no idea that was frowned upon.
Yeah. Well, you weren't doing it to be racist. You're doing it because it would be funny to be crisscross.
And that's what she's saying is you're not doing it to be racist. You're doing it because you like Diana Ross.
Yeah, you want to be that character.
Right, because you want to dress up as something for a night and go to a party.
Okay, you know how they have those president masks? Would it be racist of you if you had a kid who was white and he wore an Obama mask?
Right. That's a very valid point.
I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know. I don't have kids.
I don't know. I think at this point, I think that is considered racist and insensitive. Because they tell you if you have,
might love Obama though.
Right. Well, they tell parents that if you have a white daughter that wants to go as like Moana for Halloween, you need to sit her down and explain to her why that's not appropriate for her to do.
Because she's not that special. She's not special enough to be Moana.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if one of my girls wants to go as Moana, she's going as Moana.
Yeah. What are they doing? I mean, you guys got trick-or-treating coming up this week.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? Are they dressing up like anything in particular?
One's going to be a ghost. One's going to be a pumpkin.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm not allowed. I have not been allowed to take control of the costumes yet.
Yeah, no kidding. Your kids would be in kid jail with blackface on.
They would not. I would go scary with them.
Yeah, I know you would. I'd tell you, a little kid, like, okay, like 2 years old, 2 to 3 years old, you gotta be Chucky. Sorry, that's what you basically have to be. Sorry, kid. You're
the perfect size. Get you a little good guy outfit.
Dude, those good guy dolls, that's so creepy. That storyline, Chucky.
Yeah, oh yeah. Especially because the My Buddy and Me were out at the same time.
Yeah, you had it, My Buddy, didn't you?
Sure did, till I saw that movie.
Yeah, and then you threw that thing in the garbage.
Threw it out the window.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had that room upstairs.
Yeah.
Push that window up, put the screen up, bye.
Yeah. See you, My Buddy is gone. Go bother someone else.
Yeah, exactly. No, but getting back to Megyn Kelly, I think a big issue with her was she was a real thorn in NBC's side during that whole Me Too shit with Matt Lauer.
Yeah. So there's a lot of salty people about it.
A lot of salty people, and they pounced on this opportunity because that's weak. Dude, when you have Cenk Unger or whatever his name is from Young Turks coming out and saying NBC firing her was 100% wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that guy's about the biggest leftist on this planet. Yeah. For him to say it, then, yeah, you're probably just looking for an excuse, and it's pretty obvious.
Right.
My opinion. I mean, I don't watch her show. I wouldn't watch her show. It's not because I just don't really I don't think, like, she's not my kind of person, I guess. But I think that is kind of, that's just an excuse for them to get rid of her. But if it's still going to cost them $70 million, I don't know. Maybe they're just going to get rid of it and they're going to try to make that money up with the next person, I guess, with better ratings.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she sits there and makes them no money for the next however many years of her contract. Just costs them money.
Eating up that time slot.
Yeah.
So maybe Al Roker will get the Today Show and everybody can be happy.
I was going to say, everyone loves Al.
I can't stand him.
Al Roker, he used to be.
He pooped his pants.
He used to be so fat. Is he still skinny?
Yeah, I think he's all skinnied up.
No one likes him. No one likes skinny Al.
No, everybody like big fat Al.
He's like the guy off Family Guy. Like, that has to be the character they based that off of. There's like
it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ollie.
Oh shit. Trisha Takanawa. They're so racist. I can't believe that show's on the air.
Yeah, right? I like how they tried to get South Park off the air after their Caitlyn Jenner episode. So
they did.
Hashtag cancel South Park became the trending thing on Twitter.
Yeah, sorry. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah, South Park said, all right, that's fine. They actually took hashtag cancel South Park and made that their promo.
Back when your PC movement backfires.
All has been reconstructed. You think you're pretty safe.
I
probably went off and ate something I wasn't supposed to. And as I'm walking to the press room, I think I gotta, pass a little gas here. So I'm walking by myself. Who's gonna know? Only a little something extra came out.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
I've never heard that clip. Fucking Al Roker bragging about shitting. Why did they grill him about this?
I have no idea.
Like, why do they ever even speak of that again? So
yeah, this is
damn, sucks out. Let's not interview you about this.
Let's not make you a national joke. In case you didn't hear what Al said,
it came out.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
Oh, fucking Al Roker.
I pooped my pants.
Well, he was probably has some weird digestive issues because, he probably had gastric bypass, or he did one on some strict diet where he couldn't eat things, and then just if he ate them, it would run right through him. He's shitting his britches. I pooped my pants.
This is also proof that if Al Roker walks by and you smell something funky, he totally admits to, even crop dusting in the White House. So.
Yeah, was that at the White House?
Yeah, it's like I'm just walking by, nobody's around, so I'm gonna pass a little gas.
So wait, he shit his pants at the White House?
Yep, walking to the press room.
Whew. And he kept going. Wait, why is the weatherman in the press room?
I don't know. Let's see if he did keep going.
Enough that I knew,
which is a common side effect of this surgery.
Exactly, and so I was panicking. So I got to the restroom of the press room, threw out the underwear, and just went commando.
And what did that tell you?
It told me that I've got to be very vigilant as to what I eat.
All right, so I guess he went and stripped his panties off.
Bypass, and your bowels going to
damn it, started playing again.
You're pretty safe. And I probably went off.
I can't get it to turn off.
And ate something I wasn't supposed to. And as I'm walking to the press room, I think I got to, pass a little gas here.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Damn it, it did it again.
Only a little something extra came out.
He thought he had the, bless his heart, he thought he had the fart.
I like how their adult conversation is, so you pooped your pants. It's not that you like had an accident.
Poop my pants.
Oh my god.
I need to record that so I could use that often.
Like Ouroker, this is like
America's weatherman.
Yeah, and you know he didn't. It wasn't a little something. That dude takes Mondo dumps. Like that thing was huge, and it's soaked through his pants too. You can still smell it on him. He goes into the White House press briefing, which I don't understand why a weather guy's at the White House press in their White House press room. That doesn't make any sense. But then he's walking around like so. Other reporters who are serious are like, "Why is the weatherman here? And why does he have shit all over?" I mean, it's a stormy day.
Yeah. Well, I fell in mud on the way in here.
Yeah, it's wet out.
I wonder if anybody asked him this.
Are you a gang rapist?
Well, I pooped my pants.
My pants.
Oh, poor Ouroker. No, you said you didn't really like Ouroker.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a fan of Ouroker, but I don't know why they're talking to him like this about this.
Nah,
I don't get it at all.
Stomach surgery he had when he got.
So he's an everyman. He's just one of us, shitting our pants as we walk. Oh, poopy pants out.
That's what the kids call him.
Yeah, and you pooped your pants, didn't you? Didn't you, Al? Yeah, I pooped my pants.
It'd be great if he would have answered like Kavanaugh. Yeah, I pooped. I still poop. You ever poop your pants, reporter?
Yeah, Senator, you poop your pants? Oh, gosh. Haven't heard much about Kavanaugh lately.
He's doing his job. And hey, has anybody put a missing persons out on Christine Blasey Ford? Because she's kind of.
She took her $1 million GoFundMe and disappeared.
Yeah, she caught a plane over to Australia finally.
Yeah, went to Australia or Fiji or one of those places that she travels to for scuba or whatever she does. Yeah. Well, you're going to hear about, I think you're going to hear a little something about Michael Avante or whatever his name is, the porn lawyer, and that other woman who came up with those wild stories. Because
that should be good.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's still planning on running in 2020.
Well, I saw an interview, someone like kind of accosted him. It was on Instagram. They're like, "So what's going on?" Blah, calling him out on all this shit that's been going on, and they're like, because the guy had a "Make America Great" hat on. The guy questioning him, he's like, "I'll run against your president and I'll win. I'm gonna run." So this was just like within the last week. So he's having a rough week since.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Michael, don't let this get you down. I want you to run.
I hope he's the candidate. I hope he represents the party.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He might get a lot of crossover votes. I think that's how the Democrats should go.
Well, I'm pretty sure Hillary Clinton's got to run again.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is unbelievable.
I'd bet money on that, and I'd also bet money that Kasich primaries Trump.
Against. Okay, this is what you should do if you want to have a laugh, I guess, or just be shocked. Type in YouTube and type in Hillary Clinton coughing. And I mean, there's a million clips where she can't even get through she can't even get through a sentence without like hacking up all over the place. It's disgusting.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if this person was around me, I'd be like, I'm leaving because I'm a germaphobe and I don't want Hillary Clinton coughing all over me. But she's like, it's embarrassing. She's got to have something wrong with her lungs. She needs to get her medical issues fixed.
She needs to take care of her.
She does.
Maybe
do it.
Needs to take care of her too.
Ooh,
I'm talking about.
She catch the AIDS off of Bill. That guy doesn't look so good anymore.
No, he doesn't. All right, let's wrap it up. It's Friday night.
It is. It's Friday. You need to.
All right.
You need to get down to the strip club, pay your respects to the DJ that's missing.
Yeah, you know how we do. Much love, Caesar.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
In the booth.
Yeah. Again, thanks so much for Gillum as governor. We're really going to enjoy that.
Yeah, you fucking dickhead.
All right, see you guys on Tuesday with Master Debate.
I took my time. Not horribly.